Welcome to Roleplay Cafe. It's Dale here, along with Justin and John and Todd, impending, hopefully. Keep our fingers crossed. This is a very Jothy Christmas, the Jothy Christmas special. One shot. All right. Guys,
Yo.
you've been in a bit of out of sorts, to say the least. And you've arrived in a state of a confusion, discombobulation. It's almost like you were spit up out of a womb onto the cold, hard floor in a dark area. It's faintly lit. Your eyes are all glazed over. This is what each of you individually recall. Seems that you were alone at the time. There's a high, soft voice, male it seems, that has calmed you down, tell you you're all right. It's been probably 2 or 3 days where you've come to your full cognitive abilities. Not full, but you've kind of shaken off some of this, some of the cobwebs. And the last thing you remember before this was that you had entered into a pool of some kind. That situation, each of you knows. But you've arrived here. Your garments, all your gear, weaponry, and everything have been tended to and released back to you at this point. Garments washed. It seems that you've been kind of bound to the bed and sleeping it off and gathering your faculties as the little old man, who seems peculiarly small to you with a large bulbous nose, comes in and hands you your things and bids you to follow him. You each are in the same room now, in the same bunking area. And he beckons you outside of the room and walks through an area that lights up above as you walk into it with some kind of a seems like a magical light of some sort above that illuminates these figures that are standing around in the darkness. They seem to be stock still. They're arrayed in different postures and positions, but they're not moving at all. Your eyes have pretty much came back to their clearer visions, as you have been somewhat glazed over up until now, and probably from laying, in one room in the dark and whatnot. But you're adjusting to this. The figures themselves, the little man goes on about how don't you love his wax figures? They're from across the world in different areas of those that he has seen in his travels in Joth, and he's reconstructed them. He calls himself an artist and a craftsman in doing so, to give the people in Joth a glimpse of the outer world and outer regions. And he leads you through this, which seems to be about a fairly sizable area, 30 by 60, and to a opening. It opens the door and swings it open, and it seems to be some kind of a curiosity shop, a merchant's shop, with a wild array of various types of artifacts and curiosities. And in the uh, center stage, there's a table. And there's a huge globe on it. It looks like a bit of a snow globe. And then he turns to you with a broad sweep of his hand and said, "But this is my greatest achievement. This, if you will look closely, is the village where I hail from." And this globe is around where the bottom of the table meets his chin. You both tower over him, but he's on his tiptoes looking up and into the thing. Look inside. It looks like there's swirling snow and whatnot, and it seems to be a glimmer of a shadowed movement inside. It seems dark, like there's, like I said, a darkened veil overshadowed by a mountainous region. It has that feel to it, like very, very deep in the northern Arctic wastes. And he beckons you to look closer and bends down. "Can you see there? That is where my old shop was." And he's pointing and tapping the glass. And as you both look into the globe, you feel little dots of wetness start falling across your skin and face and blowing hard. And looking around, you realize that you're inside of this area, looking at all the buildings around you. The bitter cold bites hard into your skin. It's a good thing that he gave you your garments back, as well as weapons. Anyway, so there you stand.
Can we still can we see out of the glass that, like, can we see out of the snow globe into, like, does he look huge to us now?
Yeah, like, can we see the dome of the glass, or are we, like, transported to just a location that's similar?
You're, for all intents and purposes, you're transported literally to that location. You can't see. It's so dark inside there. It's like looking from another vantage point. It was dark inside the globe. You could make out swirling and blowing of the air, the snow around. In Quafton, the land is totally overshadowed. There are several buildings around you, but they seem low in stature, more appropriately for the size of the individual, the shopkeep.
Okay, I'll curse under my breath and say, "Bloody magic! That old man didn't even tell us his name. Curses be on this place." Well, it's about time that we should go and survive, and then I'm going to kind of go and make my way over and just take a look at the buildings.
Okay. Now, walking over, you see a rather large, what appears to be well, probably about 3 sizes, more so than than the typical well might be. Seems to be frozen over, though.
Okay. Well, taking a look at myself, I guess we could just do a quick introduction of our characters then, just while we're kind of wandering through the snow.
Yeah.
So, an older gentleman, I'd probably just about his late 40s, actually. Grizzled, old warrior type, scarred up basically across the face, long white beard, balding head, probably has like a hood that's been lifted up with kind of like a scarf going across his face. Wearing chainmail, carrying a long sword dagger and a stout shield, as is kind of trumping through the deep snow that's no doubt kind of accumulated here. Kind of sounds a little gruff, short of temper. It's kind of making his way, and then as I turn around to see who's behind me and seeing why he's dilly-dallying, or they are dilly-dallying,
So I am playing Unger. He is a fairly young half orc. He looks like he's had a pretty rough life. Uh, he's got like scars and cuts and slashes. His ears are pointy, but they're kind of like cauliflowered, like a boxer.
Yeah.
It looks like he's been in a lot of scraps and stuff in his short life. But he's wearing, he's not terribly muscular, but he's wearing a chainmail and has a spear and a sword at his belt and a shield strapped to his back. He's not terribly intelligent. He seems a little overwhelmed with what just happened. And he's looking around up into the sky saying, Where'd the little man go? Shouldn't he be up there?
Come on, Greenskin. We're moving ahead. Don't worry about that now. We've got to try and get some shelter and warmth from this dreaded snow. Unfortunately, it looks like the
Okay.
water supply is frozen. Sorry, John, what was his name?
Unger.
Unger. Okay.
What is this stuff falling from the sky? I've never seen this before. And he has his... He's
By the
opening...
gods, lad, it's snow. What do you mean you've never seen it before? Yeah.
We don't have this where I'm from. It's cold. And he tries catching some in his mouth as he's following Chris.
Letting out a loud sigh. But the well water is totally frozen, right? Is it thick? Like if I were to take, say, a stick or something and kind of nudge the ice, it doesn't sink in or anything like that. It's right solid.
That what you're doing?
Yep.
While you're doing that, you find this is solid, but it looks like there's something below the surface. This immobile. It's a glint of some kind of metal. And upon closer inspection, it looks like a cog of a toothed ring that is probably about 6 inches to a foot under the top surface. And down below it, you see descending but reaching up toward the cog what appears to be a person similar to the old man that that you had first met inside the Emporium before you came to this dreaded place. And he's stretched out. It looks like he's reaching for that cog, but he's descending down, but he's frozen into place. Possibly a flash freeze, but he has an apron on, and there seems to be tools that are halfway out of the apron, floating out of the apron, but they're all frozen solid. He's got this look of shock and panic on his face.
Okay, and there's no way we're going to be able to pull that ice block out of the well to drag him somewhere to thaw him out or anything like that.
No, it's large.
No. So I'd be like, well, that's very grim.
Yeah, I thought I was cold. Should we try to cut through the ice and see if we can reach him?
No, this has got to be at least a couple inches thick, and plus we have to bypass that bloody cog wheel or whatever's in the way on top of him. I think it's best just to leave it. We're gonna freeze out here if we try to do any work out here. I think it's best to move on.
Okay. Can you guys give me? Sorry, John.
I've got some burning oil. We could light it on fire, and it should melt the ice, right?
When this cold, it may not burn for very long. Plus, with the wind, it may just blow out.
You guys give me a D6 roll to hear.
Okay. I'm just gonna find a die roll.
Do you want that? Do you want that from both of us, Del, or just?
Oh yeah, from both of you. It's fine.
All right, I got a 1.
There you go.
And I got a 4.
All right, Unger. You hear what he's saying, but you also hear something else in the howling of the wind. That howling seems to be a little more pronounced to you and lengthened out, and then you notice it's almost like a chorus of howls, and it strikes you. You can differentiate between the wind howling and the wolves howling off in the distance.
I think we better get ready for a fight.
Then you see Chris running to one of the doors of like the nearest building.
Okay. You got don't bump your head. Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do. The door is
Come
half.
to cover, you fool! Yeah.
The door is half wedged open. The doorknob itself is frozen. And yes, I said doorknob. Even though you may not realize, especially Unger, what it is exactly, but they seem peculiar to you. But it's at least something you can grasp on and pull. But the snow is already drifted and banked up fairly high, at least 2 foot high around that. So you might have to clear it to get your girth in. Maybe you can slide in.
I can use my shield and maybe we can get it open.
Okay, go ahead and roll for it. Roll into your
Can he
strength.
roll? Okay, I was going to say, would I be able to assist him in any way? Because we
yeah.
both have shields, so we could just like power through it if we.
There you go. I don't see much trouble in it. Just both of you roll, at least one of you get it.
What are we doing? Strength? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, just roll below your strength.
Okay.
You don't want to roll below your intelligence, that's for sure.
I succeeded.
All right.
2.
And it starts to creak, but you helped him, you know? It's just a creak.
I'm supervising. I start, and then I'm kind of like, it's kind of miserable, and then I just see him like just woof.
Now you know how Nook,
like,
Nook
that's it. That's the way you want to shovel, just like that. Punch it back.
Nook and Hilda all over again. But the door creaks and the snow drift shifts, and it slides open. But you can tell it's groaning to do so. The wind's whipping and battering it closed too. So, yeah. Should you both? I'm assuming you both entering the place, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
It pretty much slams shut behind you, and it's dark in there. You can see the wind swirling inside through the windows and kicking up some of the powdery snow that's drifted into the building here. There are tables all around you with an assortment of various mechanical devices laid out. It looks like miniature figures, like toys or robots or something, some kind of mechanical contraptions that
short mechanical men.
Yeah, as well as other little things like maybe something a child in your village would play with, you know, some kind of a pinwheel or some kind of.
There's a stuffed rabbit with like a very creepy smile, missing one eye, with its head tilted, facing towards the door. Oh, I don't like this.
Yeah, you see, it seems like, well, I mean, whether these people are just short and they're making something, you know, that might be a little confusing, but they are. It deems little contraptions. So, and some of them may seem to your eyes like toys. Very well may be. That a child would play with.
Unger is actually fascinated by these. He's going to, start picking them up and trying to figure out how they work with limited success.
Okay.
Taking a look outside the windows, can I see if are there like wolves coming through? Like,
No, you don't see any wolves.
okay.
You're hard pressed to hear them still now from this. Might be an acoustic shadow you're inside of this.
Well, I guess I'm not looking
Structure.
for wolves, but I heard, Urgur give said that we were ready for a fight or coming into a fight. So
Oh yeah, but I mean, even
yeah,
bending your ear, you don't seem to hear them. And certain visually, you can't see any. There's a lot of shadows cast by the branches of the trees moving or whatever like that. But I think it's still in you a little bit of apprehension. But you don't see directly any
interesting.
wolves at your door.
Okay. What is this place? Why are we here?
Seems like a toy shop. I've never seen one before.
Okay, you're moving the mechanisms of the little figurine back and forth.
Yeah, trying to activate them or just see.
Yeah, first of all, they're somewhat leather covered in different areas, but it has some kind of metallic aspects to them, especially on the inside. And the back falls off of it, the back casing of the figurine you're holding.
I broke it.
Yeah, you see these little cogs and little mechanisms all strung out into it. And as you're moving it, like the leg up and down, the arm up and down, you can see it move the cogs, even though they're kind of frozen in place initially, but they pop loose and start moving as you're moving the legs.
Okay.
This is like the one outside, right? Inside of the well.
Okay, so when you turn to see Chris, you see Chris is grabbing like all the wooden toys and pitching them into the fireplace. And you see he's kind of trying to start a fire. He's like, "What?"
Unger's jaw just drops as he sees them burning all of his toys.
No, if he can get a fire
really cold.
Yeah, you're doing that. Yeah, y'all do feel like your speech is getting a little inhibited from the your lips freezing up, you feeling your toes straight through your clothes a little bit more every time. You do not want to get wet right now.
Yeah, so when Unger said that the one was broken, I'll say, "Here, let me look at it,and then I'll take it, I'll just pitch it into the fireplace and then just continue trying to light it."
But that one wasn't wood, that was metal.
You do see Unger. Oh, here we go.
I'm here.
He is here. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and introduce you. Now,
go ahead and introduce me.
This is Todd. Introduce you into the scene, rather.
Oh my lord.
Okay. Now, Todd, you had been held up in this small, for lack of a better word, workshop.
Right.
Where they constructed little mechanisms and gizmos and gadgets and oozits and watsits aplenty and whatnot. Or somebody did. So there's these little mechanisms laying all around. Now these two individuals come inside, and that's when you hide yourself away in the corner. And you watch them argue back and forth about, one of them look outside for the wolves or the wolves at bay. And he runs over and starts trying to throw the wooden toys and probably a chair or two or whatever to make some kind of enkindling to start some kind of fire inside the thing. Now you're about froze solid. You've been here for probably about an hour or so. And this is where you slipped in through that little opening that was there into this building to try to get some warmth. Because you had walked in to the local curiosity shop in Jothy.
Right.
And the little gnome there had taken a shine to you and took you a little tour of the place and brought you up to a snow globe, which he beckoned you to look at the inside as it was a replica, facsimile of his village where he came from. It was very dark and dim and hard to look through, swirling snow, but the more you peered into it, then you looked up and realized that you were getting pelted with snow, and you were seemingly in the middle of this village. So you ran there for cover about an hour before these gentlemen show up. All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. So that's where you're at.
Okay. All right. So I've been pulled into a village in a snow globe.
Yep. Pretty much. Yep.
All right. And I'm hiding in this shop.
Hold it. Yeah.
In this village in this snow globe. Got it. And
Yep.
these guys came in, and they're kind of what are these guys doing?
So you see like a grizzled warrior type wearing chainmail and a big heavy cloak, kind of worm his way in, being followed by a green skin.
A green skin?
Yes.
A half orc who is
What?
not a half orc.
A half orc. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And he seems to be flabbergasted by everything he's seeing inside of the shop.
The half orc does.
Yep. He's
Okay.
overwhelmed.
And you guys. And how long have you been in this shop? I've been observing you.
Probably about 10 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, a little, yeah. I would say
Okay.
maybe a
Probably
minute.
5 minutes. 5 or 6
Okay.
minutes. Yeah.
All right.
So you see that the half orc is kind of mesmerized by the toys and is kind of going to the figurines and kind of playing with them. And then you see the old guy just pitching every bit of wood that I can find into the fireplace to get a fire started because I'm cold and I'm miserable.
Right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my character.
Barry,
up.
what's
Okay.
your character's name, Todd?
Pike?
Oh yes, right. And yours, Justin?
Chris
Oh yes.
with a K.
Chris, the grizzled warrior.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Unger,
And
the dim-witted half orc.
Okay.
Hunger. Half orc.
Now, all right, Pike. I'll let you retcon. When you walked inside the little shop, as it were, there's tables in there, some chairs. Looks like a bit of an assembly line where they were constructing gizmos and gadgets and whatnot.
Gizmos
Now,
and gadgets.
you recognize what the green skin picked up, and it was a figurine, and was looking at it before the old man grabbed it and tossed it into the thing. Now, you in your pocket have been fumbling with your cold fingers trying to activate this thing, and you have this key that you had figured out up to that point before you heard them bust in and ran off, that you were trying to stick it into the back of this figurine to turn it. You got one click into it before they came in. So you just watch him throw this figurine into the fireplace.
Okay. Well, I rush out. What? Hold on. Don't. We gotta get that out of the fire. And I rush out of my hiding spot. And,
Who are you?
My Caracas's ass! What the hell's going on? And I'll go and I'll draw my long sword. Yeah.
And I say, listen. My name's Pike. I don't mean you any harm. But I've
Why are you hiding behind stuff?
I didn't know who you were. Look. I'll save that for later. We gotta get that figurine out of the fire right now. And I grab a pair of tongs. It's probably hanging by the side of the fireplace, and I deftly pick out the figurine if I can.
I'd say less than deftly. You're clumsily messing with the tongs. It's not because you don't have the skills, but you acutely realize that your fingers are fairly numb, almost frostbitten, and you can't really feel them on the tongs at this point.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no. Right.
All right. Now you had give me a roll of a d6 roll.
A d6 roll. Okay.
To
I
hear.
rolled 6.
Oh,
Rolled
yeah.
a 6.
You're clueless. Now you did hear them looking about talking about.
I'm
wolves.
clueless because of the roll, right? Like
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, well, both. But anyway.
Oh. Okay.
There. When you got there too, I should say, Todd, because you were right beside the center well in the right beside the building, but this well is about 3 times the size of a normal well, And inside the well, you saw about 6 inches to a foot down. It's hard to see. It's all frozen, but like a cog. And this cog was about probably 2 inches in size. And below it, that was sinking below, maybe flash froze, was another gnome of the type that was in the curiosity shop. But because he's got an apron on or whatever, he looks like maybe some kind of a worker.
Yeah.
Tools are floating out before they froze too of his apron, and he's wide-eyed and shocked as he's grasping up. It's like he's reaching for that cog as he's sinking below it before he froze.
He is sinking.
Yeah. So that's where y'all at right now.
Okay, wait a minute. I gotta understand this. So outside, I've already seen this gnome in the well,
Yes.
and he's going down for the third time. Is that what you're trying to tell? Like he's drowning down there? Why did I come in here if he's drowning?
No,
He's-
it's frozen.
He's
Yeah,
frozen
whole
solid.
well, yeah.
So the well
And he's
water.
dead.
Yeah. Well, the well water is solid. Yeah, it's frozen solid.
Right.
And and he is actually almost near the bottom of the well, but it looks like that he's swimming up, trying to reach for a cog or a wheel. That's
Right.
actually looks like it was floating above him, but it is also solid and stuck in the ice. So
Oh,
we assumed we couldn't do anything for him because it's just a big solid ice block and there's just a
Right.
lot of shit in the way. So we came into the building. So I don't know. Do you know what the hell's going on? You've just been transported into this bloody hell, and we're just cold, we're miserable, and my companion here said that he heard something coming up the road. Well, even if there's a road there, something we gotta fight, so I chose to come here.
I see. No, I did not see this this individual you speak of in the well. No, I have no means. But please, we must get this figurine out of the fire. I have a key. I think will somehow activate it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So can I see it from the fire? Can I grab the tongs? My hand's not yet being frozen.
No, yeah, you can grab it. Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
anyone can
I'll
grab
go
it.
ahead and I'll go see if I can get it out.
Okay. Try to just roll below your decks.
Okay. I got a 12 under 13.
Oh, sweet. You pick it up. I'm assuming you've already struck the fire, right? Kindling,
Yeah.
whatever, got it roaring. Now,
Yeah, I already have my butt facing towards it. Yeah.
some of this warmth is coming out, and it's starting to warm you up a little bit. Todd, you can fit it on your fingers, so you want to nuzzle up to it a little bit because it is harsh and close.
Yes.
Now, the windows and shutters, there's one of them that clips over as the direction of the wind changes. It slams up against it, against the outside of the building, right? As
Right.
the direction of the wind changes, and all of you audibly hear scratching at the door. The one that was slammed shut earlier is the two came in following Pike.
Well, I think it's here.
What is
Unger, you go check out and see what that is, and come back and let us know. Yeah.
You can hear the snow crunching around the other side of the window too.
I will fade back into the shadows.
So there is the only light source in here is the fire that we started, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Seems to be the only light source in the town, as far as you can tell.
Okay. Is there where in relationship to the firelight do I hear the crunching of the snow outside?
Okay.
Like is it a
It's behind you. It's where the window that Chris had looked out of. But you also hear scratching
dark?
at the door.
Okay, is it Oh, okay. So there's multiple sources of sound.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
I
all
thought
I'm
you were
saying.
saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try to move silently and look out one of these windows. Now, I do have Dart or what do they call it here?
Whatever.
Infravision.
Yeah.
Yes. So I should have a better chance of success of seeing what's out there.
Peer out. Yeah. Let's give me a roll of 6. Just don't roll a 6.
A D6.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got a 1.
Okay, a 1. Very good. This doesn't happen to see you, but you see an emaciated wolf passing right under the window and going around the corner. It didn't catch you. You see a couple off in the distance, and they seem to be circling. But you've seen fatter wolves than this. These are dire and not. They're in dire straits.
Okay, they're not dire wolves.
No, well, it's a little bit questionable. One of
dire.
them seems dire and alpha up on the hill, but the rest of them are circling. But they all look emaciated.
Okay. Right.
And the one on the hill,
they're normal
howls
size
at the end.
wolves.
Yeah,
Besides being emaciated, they're normal height.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in a dire situation. They themselves are not dire.
Are not dire.
Yeah, well, I said.
Okay. All right.
It's
They're
a
dire
dire wolf, not.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to start making all of these gestures of trying to explain to Chris how many of these things there are and where they're at without making any sounds. And it's probably going to be incomprehensible.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise an eyebrow at Unger and be like, "It doesn't mean anything if I don't know what the signals are. We haven't even talked about this. I don't know what this is." And I'll make a hand gesture and just you kids, I swear.
There's wolves outside.
You hear, and right when you say that, there's chorus of howls that come up, and a bang at the door, as if one of them throws their body up against it.
Don't answer that.
He was going to go in.
I just grab your hand. No.
Yeah. What is your intelligence?
What if
What's your
it's the short
intelligence?
guy?
4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just
Not
like
much better. I'm only at 7, so I don't know.
Yeah, and then it was then
That's
Pike
what's
knew he
average.
was doomed. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay. So,
Oh, well, they're probably going to stay out there until we come out. So, does anybody have any meat?
I've got some rations. We could try that, but short of that, no.
Yeah, nothing but dried meats here.
Yeah.
And some hardtack. I'm not sure if they'll eat that. I mean, they're starving, so.
All right. Is there like shuttered windows or anything in this workshop?
Well, yeah. That's what I was saying earlier. The shutters flew open and banged it. There's nothing in between that. Just the shutters are shut.
Oh,
Looking up at the ceiling, Del, is it a thatched roof or a wooden roof?
Actually, it's actually a wooden roof.
Okay.
And it seems to be. It seems that it looks like there's a little bit of a hole in the floor. Almost like the debris has fallen through and crumpled over the corners. You see a hole struck, and up in that hole you can see a second floor because the wind isn't above it, or either an attic space.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So wait. So, the wolves can't get to us, right? I mean, we're safe in here, aren't we?
Well, taking a look at the door when the wolf threw its body against the door, did it look pretty solid, or is it kind of like, no, it's pretty rickety?
It's fairly solid. I mean, this aside from the hole, it looks like some kind of damage in water, and you can see the debris falling on the ground, but up above it, you got to realize this is a short building. So if one of you is at least tall enough, or you could probably reach it fairly easily. You know what I mean? So it's probably only 6 foot high before the ceiling.
Oh, right. And is this this is a gnome?
Yeah, it's like a gnome sized.
Okay. Gnome size. Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
so
gnome. Okay.
Yeah.
it's
So
large for a gnome, but
the windows probably aren't even big enough for the wolf to fit through, right?
yeah,
The ones
that's some of the
with
problem.
the shutters. Yeah. Okay.
But you can hear them prowling outside in low rumbles and growling.
Right.
You know.
Okay, so the dire, non-dire wolf cannot fit through the window.
Correct.
What?
Yeah, the dire regular wolves.
I was just gonna say, Pike is a human, right? Like a
Yeah.
average size human. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I can give somebody a boost up through this hole here.
There'll be no need for that, and with that, I will scamper up with my fantastic climbing skills. Yes.
No, I'll keep my eye on you.
I have an 89% chance of doing this. So,
99.
Wait. And that's sheer surfaces. So wait a minute. Do I even have to roll this?
No, get on up
no.
there.
I'm up there. Boom, like that. Boom.
Okay, you poke your head through, and it seems to be a storage area for and there is one area that looks like there's a bit of a dumbwaiter system to lower boxes up and down, and these boxes, one of them the lid's halfway off, the other one has got some things that would actually be perfect for kindling, but there's a lot of these gadgets and gizmos that are all stuffed in the boxes as well.
All right.
When you're up at top,
I'll scamper up through the opening, disappear for a moment, and then pop my head back out and give them the clear signal, the universal silent signal for all's clear, which they probably don't know.
Now, you're going to see that there's openings too, because the snowdrift is coming through and laying on top of some of these boxes. So it's not watertight.
What snowdrift? What snowdrift? Oh, so where's the snow coming in from?
It's snowing outside like crazy. It's.
I know that, but what? So this is the second floor, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but it's more like an attic space. So there's
how's the snow getting in?
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's holes. There's holes in the roof part to where that's how you're able to see some of this from the dim moonlight that's coming through.
Okay. All right. So I will put my hand down to assist anybody who's wanting to climb up here.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
And Unger is going to try to heave himself up with the assistance of Pike.
Okay, well, you get up there. It's not going to be too hard to do. Are all three of you going up there?
Just look at my nice, warm, cozy fire, close my eyes, give a long sigh, and go towards the hole and ask for a hand up.
Okay.
You kids in your crazy attic holes.
All right, you're up top.
All right. Well, we'll be safe here from.
There are 2 or 3 holes in the the moonlight is piercing through into the.
How big are the holes? Like
you can probably stick your head through there. Snow drifts are just kind of blocking them, and then they fall through. You just open it up, with your hand.
Okay. Unger is still having had very little experience with snow. Is going to stick his head through the roof of the one of the holes in the roof and see if he can get a better view of both the snow and where those wolves that he saw circling have gone. Like if they've gotten closer or if they're still slightly off in the distance.
Okay. Yeah, you see them. You see them still prowling around. I don't think they're going to let go of this anytime soon. But what you also see is next door there is another building. Kind of looks like a church steeple, but there's it goes up probably 4 gnomish stories, tall as opposed to your 2.
Wow. That's almost 2 real stories.
Yeah, it's almost 2 real stories. But at the top, you notice an odd looking on the face of the building is what we would call a clock, right? So it's the face of a clock. It just looks like a gadget or gizmo to you, but the hands on it are frozen still.
This is a small clock tower adjacent to us.
Exactly.
And there's no light. You said that there's no other lights coming from any of the other buildings in the town, including this one.
Correct. Correct.
Tower. Okay.
In fact, the snow is probably helping illuminate the area a lot more with the faint moonlight.
Yeah. There's the bigger building over there.
Maybe
that would provide. Yeah, maybe that would provide better protection. And it's got some thingamabob on the top of it. I don't know what it is.
How is that better than where we are now? We're protected by the wolves now. Why would we endanger ourselves?
Maybe it'll help us get out of this place.
We don't even know why we're
higher than there.
Yeah,
right?
There's probably you see about 5 buildings total in this area, and then outside of the perimeter is wood line, and then outside beyond that you see it's like you're in a valley. It just raises up with woods and then mountainous regions circling the whole area.
Maybe we'll be closer to the globe if we go to the top of this other building.
What do you think? That's right. You're absolutely right. You know that green one? Yes. Okay. All right. So, and actually, while we're here, do we have any like clear shot at these creatures? Like, I got a short bow. Would I be able to? Take some pot shots at them?
Yeah, they don't seem to know that you're up there right now, even though some of the snow is sliding off. But
sliding off
the roof from you kicking it. You know what I mean? They're pushing your heads out from there.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try and take a shot at one of these things. Okay.
All right. So you getting on the roof?
Oh yeah.
All right. Watch your footing.
My footing. I am a sure-footed something or other.
All right.
A sure-footed assassin, isn't that?
I never said that. Okay.
So your words, not mine.
Okay.
I admit to nothing. Yeah.
Roll it.
I rolled a 7.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And with my dex bonus, that becomes a 6, I believe.
Okay.
Wait, that got lowered?
It's that bad.
Oh man.
My god.
Yeah, it just spirals through and lands into the snow. All you see is the feathers sticking out. It's fairly deep.
Did the wolf that he shot at seem to notice?
I'll roll here. No, it pads along.
No.
I think his hunger and his focus is not. And the quietness, the muffled snow quieted it down.
So, so I guess I'm imagining, he's like popped out through a hole in the ceiling, or a hole in the roof. I'm doing the same thing, watching him shoot at this thing while we're getting snowed on.
Yes.
And I say, could I try with that thing?
All right.
You don't seem to be very good.
Well, yes. Just make sure this end is pointing away from you. Okay.
I know how to use it.
Yeah, and from you.
Yeah, yes. Oh, yes. And with two fingers, I kind of move the arrow that he's pointing towards me.
The longer
Yeah.
you've been up there, the more you get in frostbite, though.
Towards the wolves. Towards the wolves. Thank you.
You do feel your fingers getting a little bit more frozen. It could inhibit you somewhat. But right now, shoot as you will.
Okay. All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
take a shot. Then we got to try and get over to this clock tower. I think that's.
All
Now,
right,
it looks like you could run and do a jump across and make it, honestly.
Ooh, hey, that's.
Well, before we try that, can I use my backstab ability to fire the short bow at
You
one?
have a backstab ability too?
Yeah.
I mean, you do that sort of thing?
Sure, it looks like they're just in a steady circular pattern around that
Okay.
the base there. So
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Okay. Does a 22 hit?
let me check.
25.
Yeah. Oh, it hits squarely.
All right.
Old school
All right,
essentials. Usually a 14 will hit.
Yeah.
What,
Unless, of course, it's one of Todd's monsters.
And it does, yeah. And then it gets 4 attacks.
Exactly.
So
Oh, then I completely forgot. It's
does
also
a
poisonous.
D6, right? It does a D6, right? A short bow.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm asking Todd. It's his bow.
It's my bow?
I think
Yeah,
it does.
it's your bow.
I didn't even say it on my
D6.
I just rolled
It's
this.
a D6. It's a D6.
It's a
Okay.
D6.
All right. Here we go. Okay. So I rolled a 3. So doubled would be 6.
Wow.
You what?
He killed that.
I backstabbed him.
No, he didn't. Yeah. When you hit the wolf, yeah. Tell me how you kill it.
Yeah. So it's just it's circling around, and I wait a moment for its back to be pointed, and I fire, and the arrow just goes straight up and into its spine, and it just collapses to the ground with an arrow sticking straight in the middle of its back.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
When it does,
pretty impressive.
Yeah, it hits the ground, and the other wolves take notice of that, hop back, and then the wolf on the hill howls, and they all run up and over that little hill.
They ran away.
They ran away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Well, they're all the dogs are gone.
Okay. Well done. Well done for you, my friend.
Here's your bow back.
You know what? I think you should keep it.
He kind of looks around at all of the stuff he's carrying. I don't think can you hold it for me?
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll hold it for you. Okay. Maybe
I got a lot of stuff already.
Okay. All right. Very well then. Okay. So we're gonna try and so they're all gone. So I mean, we could walk over to this clock tower.
Yeah. Whatever you want.
Don't forget the figurine.
Oh, you got the figurine. That's right. We're gonna go back
It's
down to the figurine. Burned
it's
all up
probably
now.
cooled off.
No,
now.
I will hand the figurine back to Pike.
Oh,
I got it out of the fire. It's here.
Oh.
It's been
We need to go down
you've
there.
been holding it this whole time. It's been hot.
What? No, it hasn't. It's cooled down. Absolutely freezing down there.
Okay. All right. So I got this key,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna wind it up. See if it does anything.
Okay. You wind it up, and it starts motioning like it's marching, and it raises its arm, puts its arm down, and it does that for a while, even though somewhat slowly, lethargically because of the cold initially, but it limbers up, especially if you're down. You're on the lower level now, right? It's somewhat heated in the room, more so than outside, obviously. But Yeah, it just looks like some kind of a mechanized toy, but it does have two holes in the bottom of the feet.
Are they like two holes that fingers could fit into?
Uh, no, not necessarily as big as fingers. Depends on the size of your fingers. Maybe a gnome's fingers, but not yours.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Maybe
All right.
maybe we have to walk like this figure over to the other building.
Now, when you're saying that, your lips are slurred, frozen a bit.
Getting
So,
cold, eh? Getting
yeah,
cold.
the warmth has somewhat helped, but it's still very cold.
Oh, so there's no way that we can make this building any warmer without
Close the windows.
close the windows, start burning furniture.
Yeah, do that.
We could do that.
No more figures.
Well, yeah, I mean, we just saved a toy, from the flames. Yay. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna start breaking furniture apart to feed to the fire to get the warmth.
Unger's really into this, and once Pike starts smashing furniture, he starts following along, and he's really going to get that fire going.
Okay. All right. And after a few minutes of following along with Pike, I'm slowly gonna kind of step out of that scene and let him continue to break and do the job.
Yeah,
Right?
you
Like,
just get him rolling.
I'll get him rolling, and then I'm just gonna kind of
supervise
step
from
away. That's right. Okay. And I'll go over to the Chris the warrior, and okay. So while our green-hued friend here is occupied, what do you think? You think we should stay here or move out of here?
I think maybe we should thaw. I was going to say, well, I think we should thaw out for a bit here, to be quite honest. But the thing is, we're going to get very little done here. We don't know why we're here, or have any way to get back. I think the best thing to do was to kind of look in all these different buildings just to try and get an idea of what the heck's going on.
Okay. All of you noticed this when you came back down. Aside from the snow drift, when you shut the windows, it becomes more so readily apparent that there's a smoke buildup in the room.
Smoke buildup.
Yeah, you got all the doors and shutters shut, and it seems to be billowing out from the fireplace.
Hey, Del, can I request that the other two player characters do a spot roll, like a D6 roll, to see if they notice Unger doing something?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll the figure.
Okay.
I'll say it'll be fairly obvious. So a 1 to 3.
A 1 to 3. Oh, not this guy. No. Nope.
Master Assassin.
Notices nothing.
Ever vigilant.
Notices nothing. Can't fire an arrow worth his life. Can't.
Did
I did. Yes, Chris did. Chris did notice.
Okay, so Chris remembers Unger talking about burning oil earlier, and notices him pulling something off of his belt and is about to throw it into the fireplace.
No, you idiot! No! Stop it! Yeah. All right.
What? We want to get warm, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but there's smoke billowing up already, right? So there's obviously the smoke has nowhere to go. It'll kill us. We have to get out of here.
Okay. Are you throwing that in there? Are you
no. So he stops when
while he's trying to wrest it from your hands or whatnot, there seems to be, you hear a shift in the chimney, and then parts of the masonry and whatnot fall down from the sides of it, and then a loosening of something that was jammed in the chimney falls down and hits into the logs and half rolls out. It's a large, it looks to be a red suited remains of an individual that spills out the fireplace.
That looks just like you, Chris.
Wow, Tally, you went really dark. Jeez.
That was
Yeah. Wait, is my fire out?
No, it's just.
I roll. I'll be like, oh my god, and then
No, it's fed the fire. It's fed the fire.
Okay.
It's just billowing up more, but at least.
Oh no, there's like a big corpse lying on top of the fire. That's gonna smell nice.
Yeah, right.
Okay, we're getting out. All right, let's go. Yeah, okay, we're getting the hell out. We're just gonna go to that other building.
Now the smoke is at least going out the chimney now, wafting out.
All right. All right. Del, can I ask for just like a 5-minute break or a quick 10-minute break just for washroom and drinks and stuff?
Yep, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay.
Came back.
Oh, he just asked for.
I didn't realize you were gone.
That's...
Justin just asked for a break, so we're going to take a
okay.
He just got off his 5-minute break. Your turn.
Only one at a time.
You just thought I was considering that. Okay.
Where did you leave off, Todd?
Okay. Let's see. We were just kibitzing about me not being a very good assassin. Billowing smoke in the building.
A red suited man fell, like a corpse, fell out of the chimney onto the fire and started. And he started to burn. Yeah, he started to burn. And,
oh my gosh.
Chris suggested, or after Unger pointed out that he's dressed just like Chris.
Really?
Chris.
He's going to find a paper bag he can breathe into.
He decided that we were going to leave this, and I assume go over to the building with the clock tower.
Wait a minute. Is there any way we could search the body first?
Well, it's burning, so
we have tongs. Couldn't we pull it out of the fire?
We could, I guess.
Well, you never know, right?
You never know.
Okay, so let's yank him out of the fire and stop, drop, and roll him. Okay.
Well, we'll do that when we get back.
Yeah.
I'm going to step away too.
All right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? I was just thinking that chat we had earlier this afternoon where we were kind of like riffing on what the setting would be like.
Oh, you
got me thinking.
In the future?
Well, when John put in, like the far grim darkness of future Joth, right? There is only wax, and I'm like, Praxis has abandoned the people, blah 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 blah. It started me thinking about like, and again, I come back to this game Microscope, right?
Oh yeah, you've been saying that for years.
I've been saying that for years, but I mean, even within the setting of Joth, you could take that idea and go, okay, we're gonna tell a story in the past or the future, and sit there and create it ourselves, or anyway, it doesn't have to be Joth again. Right? I mean, it's just it's such a cool game, where you are collaboratively building the setting, the history, right? Have you ever played it?
No, when you mentioned it, I actually bought it. It's a PDF of my collection, but I've never played it.
All right. I think we really
games,
need to do a one-shot of it some night,
Well, that's cool. I was going to add to you real quick because you weren't here, but you're from the city, obviously, currently, right?
Let's see.
Now, when they got here, their introduction was they had been kind of spewed out like from an offshoot of the portal inside the inside of a curiosity shop, a magisterium shop from
Right.
inside of Joth, right? But it has a wax museum attached to it,
Oh.
and this kind of magically lights up each one that you pass, right?
Right.
And he
Right.
was showing them all the figures and said that he crafted them from his journeys. You know, the gnomish.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then he takes them and they look inside the globe, but that globe is where the original village where he came from is his masterwork, right? It's in the middle of the curiosity shop. And they ended up there. This is the same one you looked into when you came into the shop from outside of Joth, but you would know that they have that wax museum. But anyway, everybody back now?
Yeah, I just came back up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Now,
Okay, yeah, so we're taking his body out of the fire,
okay,
right?
patting it down.
And
Yeah.
patting it down, putting it out, and then do a quick search, see if there's anything of any use upon him.
Okay, let me roll.
Smells like burnt candy canes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it does seem that he has some. Now you get this before it catches on fire because it's deep set in one of his pockets. It's a pouch with some looks like some corn feed in it, or whatnot.
Corn feed.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. God, I wish I was a bard and could use some lore to
Yeah, spam that little
Spam.
button, and then
spam the Lord. The Lord.
yeah, you have that now. But otherwise, there seems to be not much.
No, just
On a bit.
corn
Yeah.
feed in his pouch. I turn to my companions and go, well, at least we have a little snack here if we really get hungry. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm just gonna take a piece while we decide and try it out.
Yeah.
Might as well.
me too.
Yeah. Might as well, as we consider our next move, crunch down on this stuff.
Okay.
And you were saying that we could probably jump over to the roof of the clock tower building. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
Well, the
Well,
wolves are gone now. We could just walk over there.
okay.
Yeah, risk the jump.
Who
Break our
ate that
necks.
corn feed though?
It's all snow over there though. It's snow. I mean, it's not gonna get hurt, right?
Who ate the corn feed?
Myself and Hunger.
Yeah.
Okay, you feel a little light in the loafers after you eat it somewhat, right?
Get her.
All right. Well,
I feel funny.
you feel funny?
Don't
So-
you?
Well,
I feel.
You feel more buoyant.
I feel
as it
lighter.
were.
more buoyant.
Yeah. So
I think I could fly.
You think you can fly?
He can fly.
And Hunger's.
Oh, okay. You can fly?
Hunger's gonna go outside and just try to jump and see if he goes off of the ground and continues to go
okay.
higher.
Yeah, if you're outside, roll below your decks.
Oh God.
All right. Oh wait, I accidentally closed the die. Yes, with a 7.
With the 7, okay. You were jumping. Where were you jumping? Toward the clock tower? Trying to make
in the direction of the clock tower. Yeah, we'll say that.
Okay. Well, let's say you grab hold of one of the arms of the clock itself.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
it sounds like I did float.
Yeah. You jumped
like-
up and grabbed it. It was quite the spectacle.
He floated. Well, that's not.
I can fly, you guys.
Huh. I'm gonna give it a try too. I mean, I've had some of that feed corn. That's the only thing I can attribute it to. All right, so I'm gonna
You
take
try.
a
Roll
No,
below
I'm
your
gonna give it a
dex.
try.
Roll below your dex.
Yeah. The guy with the 8 dexterity. Oh boy. Okay, here we
He's
go.
a close-up assassin.
And I rolled a 15.
Okay. Yeah, it's less control with you. Being an assassin and all,
Uh,
you're not very dexterous. So
uh,
whenever you launch yourself, uh, you
uh-huh.
yeah, you smack yourself silly up against the side of a wall and kind of rebound off of it to the other side.
Okay.
But you make a little.
I am really questioning this character generator I used because the prime requisite for an assassin is dexterity, and I only got an 8. I mean,
But
so,
there's no requirements. So
You can technically roll with a wizard who has an intelligence of 5.
this is prime requisite. Okay, that means you have to have usually a 9.
that's just,
No,
that's
it just
that's just for determining XP bonus is what prime requisite is for.
Okay.
yeah, it just means that you're such a dumbass. It's going to take you forever to gain any experience. For that particular,
No,
that particular class.
There's
Well,
a section-
Unger's hanging
there's a
there.
separate th-
Oh wait, okay. We can argue about this later.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll go.
it's real time. So, but with a hard stop. But Unger's hanging there. He don't have. It feels like you're a little less light enough loafers now. Okay. You just
Okay,
took a little
so
corn
am I
key.
off the ground? Am I off the ground?
Well, yeah. Well, it seems you jumped up and you hit the side of the wall and then you rebounded back to the ground and hit it. So.
Okay.
Is there an opening or something at the where I'm around this clock? You said I grabbed onto the hand of the clock, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's you could swing yourself around to the side of it and possibly reach to the side roofing, which the clock tower itself extends up a little bit to the
right.
To the
Is there a
floor.
window or anything that I could use to go inside of the tower?
There's a window below you. You'd have to drop down
Okay.
about a foot to squeeze
Okay.
through.
All right. Do I need to do a roll?
Do
or
another
anything?
roll for dexterity. Let's see if you could not
Okay.
slide off the side of this building.
Oh, just made it.
Okay.
I have a 13 rolled a 12.
Well, you're trying to go in through the window, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you do. It's an opening there, and you spill out to the second dome-ish floor.
I'll go down and see if the door's open, guys.
Okay, you do that.
Okay. Y'all give me a d6 roll for noticing something, 1 or 2 or whatever it may be for you. I'm talking about the 2 on the outside.
Oh, sorry. What'd you want?
Just a
Sorry.
d6 roll
Oh, okay.
to
Sorry.
notice.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. What about you, Justin?
I rolled a 4.
Okay. Carry on.
Hmm.
The door, John. If you go downstairs, you can open it. You big oaf.
All right.
And
I
it's-
open the door and say, "Hey guys, it's open. You can come in."
You got to bend down. You're having to stoop a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
You do see a steady plume of smoke coming out of the neighboring home. You know, the little factory there, or workshop.
Workshop.
But it's coming out. It's just coming out of the chimney, right? It's not like the building's on fire.
Correct. So far.
Okay. So far. All right.
All right. So we're in the clock tower.
Yes.
Okay.
And it has a stairwell going up
Mhm.
to the second floor that Unger had ran down, obviously to get to where you are. Unger, what you had seen up there is more tables with more cogs and all kind of instruments, which obviously may excite you. Some different tools. It looks a little bit different than what the other workshop has been. But all of y'all going up there?
Yep. Yeah, I'd go up.
Yeah. You get the high ground. Yeah. Then we get a
Okay.
good view maybe of this place.
May give us an idea where to go.
Maybe we'll see the edge of the globe.
Yeah. Whenever you get up to the room, you see all the parts laying there. Now,
all the parts.
All the parts, because the back of it looks like clock parts, right? Because you can see the back. Looks like it was in the middle of being worked on. The clock on the interior of the building is opened up, and you'll see all these parts that look like they could fit in
Oh,
to
okay.
the cogs and the wheel. You know what I mean? The different parts as well as tools laid out.
Right, right.
Now,
would we know that? What like do we know that these are like this is a clock? Like this is? Are we?
well,
Do we have that technology?
no. I guess I'm trying to say you're. I'm just calling it what it is, but to you,
Yeah,
for a visual, and then you see these
Right.
parts. Because
Right.
it's open, it looks like they could all work together and fit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Inside there. It looks like tools or whatever. And this correlates with the clocksmith that's in the well that's halfway because it's in the tools and whatnot. They correspond to what's in there. We're floating out of his apron and whatnot.
Okay,
And he was reaching for a clock.
okay, so parts from that are floating or frozen with him in the
Yeah.
well could possibly be part of this apparatus.
Yes.
I see.
Unger's going to take the burning oil out of his belt again and say, "We could try to melt the ice again."
Why do you want to burn everything down to the ground, Unger? No, just leave it.
But maybe it goes together.
I think our orcish friend here. Sorry, half orcish. Or do you consider yourself half human? I'm not really sure. Anyways, I think he might be onto something here. Maybe we should go and try and, crack that cog out of the ice.
Yeah.
I got a crowbar.
It's gonna take much more than a crowbar.
And we got some torches. We got some. Do we have any oil? Maybe look around here. Maybe in this workshop.
I've got burning oil.
Burning oil. Oh, okay.
You guys didn't want me to put it on the fire, but maybe we can put it in the well.
Yeah, or we can, lower a torch down to start melting it out a bit, right? Or we just go down there and just start kind of picking away at it. I mean, is it near the surface? I guess we can see it, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Come on, I'll show you.
I said it's about
okay.
6 foot, 6 inches to a foot down. He's just a little bit further down the well.
All right. Yeah, well, let's go do that. Let's go have a look. Sure, I'm all for it. Come on, Chris. Come on.
Yeah, oh, fine.
You can go stay warm by the fire. We're probably going to need it soon too.
Okay.
True. I mean, get it good and roaring, and then we'll go do this, and then we'll come back and warm up.
So you guys heading down south, huh? All right.
Back to that well.
And lighten it up.
Yeah.
Slathering the oil on. You can see he's still frozen in position, and the cog's still there. The oil just beads up on top of the ice. Snow still falling. Are you lighting it? Assuming so, right?
Yeah.
Light it up. Okay, it sets a light. Pretty dancing fire all across the top of this well. Like I said, it's about 3 times the size of a normal well. In the firelight, as it's jumping, you see glints of off in the distance. If it looks like some things are in a stable over on the opposite ends. And you didn't notice it before as you wasn't facing this direction. But there seems to be animals inside the stable. They're just stock
maybe
still.
there's some horses in the stables. Maybe we can ride out of here.
Oh, I thought you meant to eat.
No, I didn't mean to eat. You just keep munching on that feed corn, okay? No. We don't know these the horses. We can maybe we can ride them out of here. Get out of here. You know.
Aren't we in a bubble?
Yes, we're in a bubble.
And so I have a 15 wisdom and a 4 intelligence. So I'm like threading the needle with this logic, this character.
That's great, isn't it? All right, that you hear the water off the top of the well starts to drip in between the masonry and down the side of the well, as it seems to be melting somewhat, and even around the sides of it, because you hear it kind of break loose and turn a little bit. You see the little gnome that's looking up, him turn with the block of ice.
What? He turns.
He turns inside the block of ice, not against it, but with it. That's how you notice that the block of ice that is the well water that's frozen has like broken free from its moorings against the. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So
the gnome isn't moving around inside the ice.
Correct.
It's just the entire block.
It's just the entire block is moving, but it looks like he's, turning. Right. But that's what you discern. It looks like that. Yeah.
Maybe we can get him out. Chris said we wouldn't be able to, but maybe we can lift this thing out.
Maybe. All right, let's see if we can. Yeah, let's see if we can get him out of the ice. Come on.
Is there enough of a gap to feed like a rope down the sides of the ice to?
No, it's not even like that. This is like paper thin, but it's enough to where it just broke loose. Okay. But like I said, this is a humongous block of ice. It's about 3 size. Yeah. Times the size of a normal well. Even if it's in a Gnomish village for some reason.
Does the gear seem any closer to this, like the surface of the ice, like it is?
A little bit closer. It was only about 6 inches to foot.
Okay.
Down.
I guess Unger is going to dump another bottle of oil into it.
It raises up like a barbecue, and it goes back down, and it still it reignites. And more water pours out. Of course, it's freezing before it hits the bottom of the well or the brick. But it's still, it drops a little bit. You hear a little bit of a sucking sound as the ice drops somewhat. And water splash up. So it's let itself loose a little bit more and dropped itself down. So at this rate, it's going to take a while.
To get to the gear.
Correct. Well, I mean, unless you chip away at it or do something like that, but just
right. Yeah.
Well, I think that's what I'm saying. I've got this this crowbar, and I could just can I reach down and pick away at the damn thing?
Yeah, do it.
All right. Well, that's what I'm gonna do.
Mean, just don't burn burn yourself while you're doing it.
No, I don't want to do that.
Be dexterous enough to where you don't do that. But
you make me make a roll? Are you?
Yeah, but make 2 rolls. You know what I mean?
2 rolls
for dexterity and for let's see if you can just roll a dexterity roll. Let's see how aptly you are doing.
Sure.
What'd
you get? I rolled a 10.
What's your dex?
8.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's just a little bit too far away for your short arms to reach without the intent of burning fire. Maybe Unger has long arms, or either Chris does.
Great.
I guess
I should have been named Pike. I should have been named Pick and not Pike.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I'll give it a shot.
Can I just help, Unger?
Oh, now you want to help?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just waiting to see what what your skill is, Pike. So far, you're not really good at much at anything, but
He's carrying my bow for me.
Oh, great.
All right, I failed with a 19.
Okay. Did you want me to roll as well then, Dell? And we're just kind of assisting each other? I
Oh
guess
yeah,
we'll just,
roll and see. If that's what you want to do.
I got 13 under 16.
All right. Well, maybe just their incompetence urged you on. You want to show them how to do it. So,
Yeah.
you. It's loose enough to where the top layers a little bit are more fragile. So you break apart them and you dig a little bit down into the area where you get hold of the side of the cog and kind of catch it with the end of the crowbar and pull it out with a little snap.
Yep. With my legs.
Yeah, it pops out and clink, 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 and rolls across the top of the ice and in the fire. You know what I mean? So it's laying there.
Yep. Okay, and then I'll try and see if I can just kind of lift it, or do I have to go down there and push it up and have someone else kind of lift it out with?
No, it's not huge. It's only about 3 inches wide.
Oh, I'm thinking weight, but okay, yeah, no, I'll grab it and then I'll just take it up and I'll be like, "Here's your damn gear."
All right, looks like a.
Thank you. Gosh,
I'll let you carry it, Pike.
that seems to be what I'm good for here.
Being the master of carrying.
Who did you give it to? It was Pike, right?
It was Pike.
Well,
or you can call me Porter. I go by Porter also.
All right, Porter, roll your d6 and let me know what you see if you notice something.
When I notice something, because I'm very observant.
Yeah.
With a 1.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, before he picked it up, when it fell in the fire, as it rolled over to the side, you saw this script that you can't read lighten up around the side of the cog.
Gripped.
It has circled the cog. Yeah.
Okay.
A script.
All right.
Yeah.
I see.
You don't necessarily see it now, but you saw it when it was in the fire on top.
Oh, okay. So when it's burning, or it's in flames, it shows this burning, this script. Okay. All right. So
There's one cog to rule them all.
one cog to rule them all. Quickly, Unger, pour some of your oil on here. Let's light it aflame on this cog. And the cog is made of metal, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Some sort of metal.
Are you going to put it down first?
Yes, I'm going to put it down first. Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Well, I appreciate you checking. Yes.
I just have a little bit left, and so I only had 2 full canisters of burning oil, so I'm just going to get as many little drops out as I can on this cog and light them on fire.
Okay. And you see the same thing that he's talking about.
Hey, what to say? Can you read it? Can you read it?
Can he?
Can he?
Roll. How many languages do you have?
Unger
Negative
has negative language.
2. Yeah. He's only got 5 intellect.
He's illiterate. I know that.
I have basic native language. That's about it. Chris, quickly, come here.
It looks like something some magic user would use.
Okay, I was going to say all I have is common in my alignment language.
Yeah, none of y'all can
which
make
I
heads or
choose.
tail of that.
Yeah, which I choose not to divulge.
So you're standing there with the cog. Now, I mean,
yeah, we've got a cog in our hands. Not doing much with it.
Now, if you do take note, and I hate to ask again, but roll D6 for me. Let's see if somebody else.
Ooh.
All of you.
Somebody else.
Or you're standing underneath there.
All right.
I got a 1.
I got 3.
Okay. Now, while Chris is standing there, and they were, mucking around with trying to get this cog out, you look up and notice that, and look down at the worker, And it seems like that he possibly could have slipped off the little scaffolding he had built that overhangs and into the well while he was working on it. If you put two and two together, since it kind of loops over the well.
Okay. Tragic workplace accident. Yes.
Yeah. OSHA's not going to be happy.
Not at all.
Nope.
No.
Now he won't even tie it off. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be hell to pay. I tell you.
We're going to have to watch a presentation now.
Maybe 2. Yes.
0 days since last accident.
Oh, all right. Well, why don't we take this cog and go back up to this, I don't know, this thingamabobber that has more of these what's-a-who's-its, and see if there's any way that we can make them fit together. Seems to be some sort of complicated puzzle, as far as I can tell.
I'm not good at puzzles, but I'll hold them for you.
Oh, neither am I. I'm totally leaning on Chris for this one.
You really shouldn't.
Chris is smart.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm starting to appreciate. He's probably the brains of the operation.
Oh, God. Yeah. We're fucked, boys. Yeah. All right. Anyways, all right. Let's just take the cog, see if we can hammer it into something, and see if something will work.
So you head back up.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
All right, but the second floor, and you see this opening in the back of this clockwork, and yeah, I guess Chris, roll and see if you notice where it might fit.
Oh, for frick's sakes! Okay,
you are
guys.
the leader of the pack, you know.
Drum roll.
You can do it.
Oh my God! I got a 2 under 7.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, you do see a specific place that this cog goes that would bridge the gap and get this sucker running. Supposedly.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so I'll go up, I'll line it up sideways when lifting it up, putting it in the wrong way, and then it slips out of my hands and then just rolls into it and then clicks in, and I'll be like, yeah, that's it.
Okay, well,
right.
when you do, there seems to be another, because of your roll, exceptionally well, another thing that releases something that's restraining the motion, some kind of a stop mechanism, stop block.
Okay. Like a break of some type?
Yeah, so upon your leave, you can flip that switch or release that brake, as it were.
Flip the switch.
You do, when it goes,
right.
You can hear it shift and roll, and then clink, 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 and it starts all working together. There seems to be a little bit of sparks even inside of the mechanisms as they touch each other.
Clapping his hands and jumping up and down.
You hear shkoom, and outside even there seems to be a little radiation coming out, or light coming out source, more so illuminating the area. You know, from the inside, you can tell.
Right.
You know, from that hole.
Oh, good.
I think it's daylight now. The sun came out.
Well,
Maybe we can see the gnome.
You're still very lethargic and still frozen up. It's progressively every minute you're more sluggish, and frostbite. You feel less of your extremities. So,
you're still in trouble.
are you going downstairs or what?
Yeah, I would go downstairs and outside to find out what the fuck's going on and if we can get the hell out of here.
Okay, when you go outside and you look up, and there seems to be a soft illumination behind on the face of the clock, and as the clock is ticking and moving, and like I said, there were sparks you saw on the inside when these gears were touching, and you hear and feel a vibration in a final kind of release and break underneath the ground below the clock tower leading to the well.
Yep.
And that block of well ice, cylindrical block, just starts spinning in motion, and you can hear it cracking a little bit. But there's water spewing up from the side. It's still lit, and the flames are somewhat peeling off and also running out. But the motion of that block of ice is quickening, and you hear a churning underneath, and a little bit of a low hum and roar. So
From like,
go ahead.
from like inside the well, or just from like from the ground?
It's almost like from the ground. It's like a low hum, but you still hear something coming up from the well. You hear like machinery and mechanisms going into effect below, and that well is just, you see old boy in the middle of the well churning, and it seems to be a little bit of heat radiating out from it too. You notice the water that's spilling over the sides of the well isn't freezing halfway down that well, but a little bit of the around the well, the base of the well, is melting the snow and ice that was built up around the base of the well. So, and it seems that the more you stand there and stare at it, that the block of ice is somewhat shrinking.
Water is heating up. There is some.
Maybe we can get the gnome out.
Maybe. All right. I like the way you think. Okay. So, how about I don't know? Can we? Don't have a grappling hook. Anybody got a grappling hook?
No.
No. Okay.
No, but I
got a
have
rope.
2 wine skins.
I've got iron spikes.
Okay.
Maybe if we put us, maybe the gnome can grab a spike on the end of a rope.
Now
No.
this is going like a merry-go-round. Okay, it's picked up speed to where it's doing one rotation probably every 3 seconds now, and it's pretty
with
much
the block of ice with the block of the ice with the gnome in it.
Yeah, and it's about a foot on
As
the
a-
other side. That's nothing but water. It seems to be more central, the flow, but the block of ice is somewhat shifting and clattering against the sides of the wall somewhat as the smaller it gets, but it's still keeping that thing. So he should be out, in your estimation, in not that long at all. You know what I mean? Maybe 30 minutes or so.
Well, while that's doing that, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
No.
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Stop and go.
She was going to say,
No, after you.
why don't we put a spike at the end of the rope and maybe he can grab onto it?
He's frozen.
Not for much longer.
But he's dead.
Now,
Oh,
there's
you see, you see. Uncle Ghost has a solemn look on his face, but he realizes that the gnome is not alive.
yeah. There's it looks like this warmth has crept out, and it's warmed up in relation about 3 foot, 4 foot out from the well, and you can start to see the ground, and it's become kind of a slosh water
That's
around
good.
it.
That's good. Things are heating up. That's good. Well, listen, we've got 30 minutes till he's out of the ice. Why don't we go check the stables, all right, for these horses that we could maybe use to get us out of here?
Okay.
I'll go. Okay, well, fine.
No, it makes sense to me. I'd go.
All right. Well, let's just come on.
Oh.
We've got
All
time.
right.
Let's go
All
over to
right.
the
Okay.
stables.
Well, if you go there, you see what appears to be some kind of elk or reindeer, but they're more or less frozen in place. One of them has even tilted and hit the side of the stable he's in. He's been housed in. But the ends of their fur is in their nose, which is cold normally anyway, but it's a lot less colder than the rest of their body.
Mm.
So it seems like the warmth is somewhat affecting them so much. They have a little bit of a,
I think we're thawing things out.
Do you think it'll start to cook once it's thawed?
I don't know. But maybe this will, I don't know, somehow free us from this place?
Okay, yeah. Todd, you in particular feel more of a pain go up your spine, sharp cold pain. Yeah. It's like, it's cold, but it's like a warm injection up your spine. Right now, this water in the well is going so hard, and you watch visually as these reindeer are sort of melting off a little bit, but the inside the well, the water's going so sloshing out from the side. There seems to be a bright blue light coming from the depth of the well and illuminating the top of it. The ice is somewhat lifted out of the well and spinning.
Oh,
but it's somewhat, it's about half the size. It's just going twice as much. I mean, by the time y'all was up there looking at these, and it's like 2 times more area around that well is already melted out.
Did we just, like, you said this block of, this cylinder of ice,
yeah,
is like almost floating over the top of the edge of the well. Why don't we just not pull it off, right?
Well, I mean, it goes down. You don't know how far, But I mean,
we don't know how
from the twisting of it, I'm just saying that it's really kind of the progression of it. I don't think any of you would have the strength to be able to pull this out or stop its momentum at this point.
But it's melting down pretty fast.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like it's progressively getting faster and faster and melting.
Okay, all right.
Doubling up in the melting.
All right. Well then,
the clock seems electrified. At this point, you hear a crackling. Now, there's on the top of the clock tower, there is a big boom as a lightning bolt hits the top. Seems to be a lightning rod on the top of the tower.
Right.
And then it hums more and lights up more and rapidly starts to melt the ice and the man in it, and the man sloshes up against the side of the or the gnome rather, the side of the well, and it flops out and over. But the well itself is still whirlpool-like with a blue luminescence irradiating it.
Okay. So you go ahead.
Unger's going to run over to the gnome, hoping that he is alive and well.
Pike is just kind of like scoffing at this, like, what a fool.
Yeah, when you're slapping him around or whatever, he yeah. Let me see. Let's do a DCC death check here. Okay, roll the dice. If you get 1, 2, 3, he's fine. If up and above, he's
on a D6, I assume.
Yeah, D6. Just keep it easy.
Right. I rolled a 1.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, he sputters and coughs and whatever, and you have to turn him over to pat some water out of his back while Pike is laughing at you. It's kind of hard to believe because he's getting up on his little knees and hands and coughing and heaving out some water.
You're okay. We got you out.
He's getting up and staggering a little bit, and it looks like he's totally discombobulated, trying to get his bearings about what's going on. And he go ahead.
We got this tower working.
He looks at you in halfway fright, backstepping, and then looks over at the tower, registering what you say. Oh, my tower! And then he takes off running, his little legs running through the door. And you can hear, almost see his heels clicking up the stairwell up top.
Unger's going to follow him up to the top of the
don't
tower.
hit your head. Don't hit your head. Now, as this comes out, there is a splash and slosh again as something else comes out of the well and tries to breaks through some of the ice shutters as the ice crystallizations come off. The first set of legs, the second set of legs, and the third set of legs come over the lip of the well. And this head is a large, not small salamander, but bluish white.
Is it a fire salamander? Ice salamander.
Frost.
Okay.
Yeah, it's climbed out and shaking off the cold. Well, not, I mean, as far as like and turning around and looking at the situation. It sees two. Now you're almost inside the clock tower, Unger, but it sees Pike and Chris. I'm assuming both over the stables.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. I want to roll and see which one it's going to. What do y'all roll? If it's 3 and up, it goes to Pike and Chris. 1 and 2 would go to the others. To Unger.
Wait, well, one of us roll?
Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. It creeps out and sees you closer than anything else and runs straight over toward you to engage. So, at the ready, roll for initiative.
Group initiative?
Yeah, just do that.
Okay, so who wants to do that? Go ahead.
Let's start that. Okay. All right, so I rolled a 5, and with my dex, I will add.
It makes sense to add a negative one.
He gets to add.
Oh no, it's a +1. Yeah, I get to add. I know.
Oh, +1. Okay.
This isn't like Deanna. Deanna, who doesn't have a single modifier in her stats.
I know.
Yeah. So we're going on 6.
6.
Okay.
I have a 6. Wow. Okay.
All right. You got a 4.
Okay.
So go on. It's seemingly coming straight in your direction. It's hissing like mad. So take your shots.
All right. Unger, can I have that bow? Oh, I have the bow, don't I? Okay. So I'm gonna take a shot with the bow. And I roll a I roll a 4. Jesus.
-1 is a 3.
No, that's with the -1.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I go ahead and I grab my short bow, notch an arrow, and I rolled an 8. +1, so 9. So I'm guessing that's a miss.
You're good. I mean, you're better than me.
More of a long sword type of guy than a short bow type of guy.
Both of you miss. You're standing in front of this stable with all these reindeer in it, of course. Now we'll switch to Unger quickly. Unger, you followed him up to the second story when you hear this commotion and screeching outside. The
Yeah, I'm gonna look out the window to see what it is.
Okay, you're over looking at the window, and the little gnome is quickly turning gears and turning that lever down a notch and trying to slow his clock down. He said, "You're going to ruin the portal," and he's trying to reset it to where. So he's frantically hitting these toggles and switches and whatnot, and resetting things.
All right, I'm gonna ask him. Do you need my help?
He double looks at you, and quick, pass me the and he points some tongs on the thing. He's trying to hold his finger on something, but he can't reach the tongs because he can't find them in his apron.
So Unger wants to go help his friends, but passes the tongs to the gnome, hoping that it will get them out of here and his friends can fend for themselves.
Okay, he grabs the tongs from you, and like that, he goes, "Tell me what color is the portal now?" And he's turning it in different directions.
Where is it?
He blinks at you double. He look the well, of course.
Oh, can I see the well from the window?
Yeah, it's like right out front.
What color is it?
You see it turning violet where it was blue.
It's purple.
Okay, and he switches a little bit, and you see your friends getting mauled over in the corner. It looks like they've had 2 missed shots. And it turns to, if you're still looking, it turns to more of a calm blue, like a baby
It's
blue.
Blue now. It's blue. Can you not see out the window and do this yourself? My
No,
friends need my help.
he's on his tiptoes. And he's looking up. He looks at you as that'll fix it. And you hear less of a hum now, right? The back droning hum that was causing all the commotion. And it seems to be running like a baby. So
Can I go now?
He rocks and looks at you and goes, "What's I to stop you? Go, thank you." And he
All right.
clacks his hands together, looking like that, and starts doing some trivial stuff around the,
All right. Unger's going to run as fast as he can to where his friends are.
Okay. Now, you do have backstab, which I'll let you get to that. But right now, he's going to hit and swipe at... all right. 6, let me see. Okay.
Well, the nose pike's not a threat.
He's swiping at Chris. He's swiping at Chris right now with a bite. Oh, geez, man. No, he did not hit. Misses with the bite. He is close. So right now, you both are taking, let me do, 4 claws, right? He's going to split this up. Yeah, two each.
Oh, God.
Okay, now one claw hits.
This is definitely Joff now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your AC, Chris?
16. That's with a shield. So right now I only have the long. I'm going to say I have the longbow in my hand right now.
Yeah.
So put me down to 15.
Gotcha, but he still clinks past it, and he don't hit you. All right.
Okay.
So, and he does another one that misses, and he gears over. His left side is swiping at Pike. Let me see. Amy Bastards.
Of course he's going to do that.
Oh my God! I rolled a 1 and okay. He misses horribly, but it doesn't look like he's trying to almost get you out of the way as he's clambering past you. It seems because half of his body's almost all the way there. Now go ahead and I'm gonna roll 2d8 for each of you because he's real close in proximity, and it's cold aura. All right. So Chris, you take 2, and Pike, you take 7. As he's in close and
Take
swiping
7.
at you? Yeah,
I
7.
take 7. Okay. So,
Okay.
Pike is
Now-
covered in a frosty rime, I guess you'd call it, all over his body and chattering teeth. Oh, that was brutal.
Go ahead.
Is he dead?
Go
No,
ahead,
no,
Oh, okay.
no.
Oh wait,
He's-
now he's still got his tail attack and his tongue attack. So
There's still that.
Yeah, he's got the wet willy attack. And
No.
no, that's it. That's it. You're lucky
Not the
you
wet
missed on
willy.
all the other 5 attacks. The Koldor is just presence.
Not the wet willy.
Yeah. The wet willy is also poisonous.
Yes.
But go ahead, Unger. You get your free back attack.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
If you do have
I
a
didn't realize I
bow,
was so close. I have a spear, so I'm going to throw my spear.
chunk it. Don't do that friendly damage and stuff.
Let's see. I rolled an 8, but I get +4 from backstab and +1 from my dexterity, so that'll be 13.
13. Oh, man.
Does that hit?
No.
Ah!
You. No, sorry. It clambers to the side or whatever, but this frost elementer is ripping through. It happens to hit and climb over two of the reindeer or elk or whatever as it goes over the stables and out to the side. You hear it splintering wood on the other side of the thing. It itself, during this time, you see the area where the stables are and the other house. Pretty much all the snow has melted here and gone down to that. The light blue circle of or radiance is coming out of the well right now. Now, it is 10:05.
Mhm.
Now, I'll give you all one chance to do an action here
Yes.
before we go to the epilogue.
Okay. All right.
Unger is going to yell, the gnome said the portal's open. I think we can go through.
We must make we must dive for it. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Okay. Chris is making a conceited. Actually, I was gonna say Chris is gonna make an effort to hold the. You said it's a salamander or something like that, right? Is what's attacking us?
Oh yeah, but he ran off. He was.
Oh, he did run.
by
Okay,
y'all.
then yeah. Oh yeah. So no.
But-
Okay, no. We'll go ahead. No, I'll run right to wherever this portal is.
Okay, right when you're running to it, midway, fellas, this can be either or. That, like I said, when you saw the top of that a clock tower light up and electricity hit it from a bolt, another one hits it as you run there, and you hear off in the distance an explosion
No.
like resounding throughout the valley, and things seem to be it's weird. It's like things seem to be falling out of the sky, transparent, like shards of ice or large shards of ice that are falling, or glass or something like that, like the in Superman 2 where the where they trap, what is it called? I'm just saying, you see a bunch of that like twisting and turning and falling through the sky, showing you various areas and reflecting the surroundings that you're in, the trees and everything like that, as it's starting to fall out of the sky. But you're still running toward the portal. Okay. Now you're there. Now let's see how dexterous you are, because something's going to
Oh
happen.
boy.
Jesus.
Something's going to happen either way, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, so we all do this.
Well, yeah, yeah. This is going to individually your destinies.
I got a 9.
Okay,
I succeeded.
Oh.
you succeeded. So your succeeding was to get to the portal, right? So
Okay.
you dive into the portal. Okay, Chris and Pike, what are you doing?
I rolled a 5.
Okay, so
Oh,
you got
made
it.
it?
I am trying to make my way to the portal. Yes, I got it. I got under my crappy 8 dexterity.
Okay, you make it to the portal and you dive in. Now, Chris, what's up with you?
Okay, so I am running to the portal. However, I got a 13 from my dexterity of 13, so I have failed.
Oh, jeez. You get right to the edge of it, and you put your hands on the edge of the well, about to jump in, and it seems your body is lifted out and up, and you see the well below you descending, the surroundings descending, everything just like in constantly increasing speed descend away from you as you fly up. All right.
See you, Chris.
Yeah. Now, when you dive in there, Pike and Unger,
Mm-hmm.
you are back in a portal. And you look around as it seems that there's a constantly erratic shifting of currents and distance, time, your understanding, and you start to, it seems like you've been there for eternity in the flow, and you can see off in distance every once in a while, other beings. You drift away from each other, and you do not see each other after a short period of time. And you're in that current. Now, it seems like an eternity. Now, Chris, when you come to, you seem to be inside of yourself for one respect, but it's dark all around. You can't move or control yourself, but you seem to be inside of yourself. But then over to the left, a light, seems like a magic light, illuminates in the darkness, and you see another figure standing there, and he seems somewhat familiar. Then it dims, and you hear this muffled sound. Coming toward you. It seems like footsteps. It's very muffled. And then your eyesight as well is glassy and glossed over. So it seems that this figure comes in front of you, and through somewhat of a little bit of time, you can discern the features, and it seems like it's the kind of gnome that rescued you from your exit originally from the portal. As he stands in front of you, talking to you, it's almost as if you wasn't there. And he has a syringe in his hand, and he said, "The process is almost complete, my dear. You'll make a nice addition to my collection." And he takes the syringe and puts it in your skin and presses it down, and you can see the waxen syringe dump into your body.
Ew.
And there you stand. From there on, you can't move, you can't do nothing for perpetuity.
Just a wax figure.
A wax figure in the museum.
So that is it. That's where we draw the curtain.
Okay, that's cool.
I failed Christmas.
You failed
Yeah.
Christmas. So-
Chris didn't get to give any presents to all the boys and girls. That's
Mhm.
right.
Nice. Thanks, Del. That was great.
No problem.
The gift was death.
Death.
That's
The greatest
very
gift of
John.
all.
Yeah.
The
The greatest gift that Joth has to offer.
That's
Death.
right.
That's right.
Yeah. All right.
The sweet
So-
release of death.
So these characters can come out. They're gonna probably pop out some other portal, eh?
Well, that remains to be
Yes.
seen as how it can be interpreted. Okay.
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 But I mean, we can feel free to use them in some other fashion.
Yeah, but I mean,
Mhm.
oh
Or
yeah,
do you?
yeah. No, you can. I fully think that you got the capacity to do what you want with it. I can have my own concepts, but it could work. Like my concepts.
No. If you
Would
want
you-
to, you know, I mean, if they have other adventures in mind, that's fine. You know,
Yeah, but
I could. Yeah, but that's up to you. But you know, I mean, I could definitely, from my own point of view, I could make Pike an NPC in you know.
well, you essentially saved in a respect saved Christmas because that snow globe was more like a communal. What is it called? Soul jar. What is it? What do they call it? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, magic jar.
Yeah. So I mean, essentially, yeah, he entrapped his village there, and so, but you don't know where the North Pole village is in actuality, But when that cracked, the soul gem cracked, his back at the shop released those souls back to their appropriate entities. That's why it went back into Chris's body. He was just already his molecules, because old boy was dropping the serum from the wax in Joth. He would there was an offshoot of that portal coming into his shop, right? So if anybody got lost in the portal flow, no matter what time or era, he could do a little net and catch them, and they become. So he didn't go out and, like he claimed, and make wax figures of all of his journeys. He's just scooping up the remains. He wants you to
Travelers.
look. Yeah, he wants you to look like your best. But that was what he was doing the whole time. When you're cold, he was injecting wax into your bodies to change your molecular structure, to where you become part of his exhibit. So
and he's using the wax or
toned down
some sort of distillation of it or whatever.
Yeah, he had to do that over a course of the 2 hours we were playing. So
interesting. Okay,
to make that, and he was doing it with the other two bodies too. But your souls didn't go back there. You see what I'm saying? So whether you want another manifestation or whatever is different. But you did release the souls that were in there, that were trapped in there, and it could have been other ones that you would have met had you gone out further. Of course, y'all could get whatever you wanted to do. But anyway, that was the gist of it. So,
cool. That's cool.
Anyway,
yeah.
Thanks, Dale.
Yeah, that's cool. glad y'all enjoyed it.
Much.
And
yeah,
Merry Christmas, fellas.
Yes.
Yeah, you too.
Yes,
And,
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and have a good New Year too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Back at you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
see you next year, I guess.
Yep. New Year. All right, guys.
All right.
Have a good one.
Night, fellas.
All right. You too. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.